mono blue mill is what we have on the table today. A deck with some recent upgrades and also getting a bit of a boost in Shadows Over Innistrad Remastered. I'll have a look at the shell here and then play some ranked games as well in the Best of 3 Arena. So, kicking off at 1, obviously, hey, you want to play Mill and Explorer Pioneer. We got our Ruin Crabs. 1 mana 03. Whenever a land is the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 3 cards. Do not be fooled into blocking with it early, if you can help it. Your opponent will take every single opportunity they can to get rid of it. Muffic Secret Keeper, kind of filling things out, provides you with another wall, but obviously has that mill 4 ability as well. That's the primary thing. Hey, mill 4, and then later on it blocks. And then we've got 4 copies of Fading Hope, which do 2 things, really. One, it gives you interaction for other creatures, which is really, really important. Aggro some of your worst matchups. And Fading Hope, against the more controlling decks, you can reuse your Secret Keepers. You can protect your Ruin Crabs from removal. They still have some versatility, and you're scrying as well. Kind of the best early interaction we have for other creatures. Founding the Third Path at 2 is a sort of newish card. It has this read ahead ability, and then so you may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 1 or 2 from your hand that paying its mana cost. We have things like Fading Hope, obviously Madding Cacophony. Okay, fair enough. We've got a couple of things we can do with it, but mainly playing it for the other abilities. So the second stage is target player mills 4 cards. Okay, fine. Often you'll play it on the second stage, just get in with that mill 4 because you don't have something to cast, and then you'll use the third ability the next turn, which is exile target instant sorcery copy from your graveyard, copy it, you may cast a copy, kind of like a Snapcaster Mage. Obviously, you've already invested the 2 mana to mill 4, and hey, you get to recur something from your grave deck. Whether that be Mana and Cacophony, which we'll get to next. 1 blue, each opponent mills 8 cards. If the spell was kicked, each opponent mills half the library rounded up. Hey, scales up quite nicely. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And then the other thing, our best thing to flashback really, is Tasha's Hideous Laughter. From the D&D set. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of the library until that player has exiled cards with total mana value 20 or more. It's a bit of an interesting thing here where obviously aggro decks are quite low curve, but control decks, mid-range decks tend to be playing more lands. It kind of balances out often kind of around a mill 13, but obviously there's some variance involved here. Cast a few of them and your opponent will be out of the game pretty quickly. Ashiok here serves a pretty important purpose. So Tasha's Hideous Laughter exiles the cards, but the other cards you're using so far are putting them into the graveyard. So Ashiok gives you a way to kind of have some control over your opponent's graveyard. -1, target player mills 4 cards, then exile each opponent's graveyard. Fairly straightforward, gives you your main deck way to exile graveyard, and also, obviously, will be able to mill. If you're fortunate, you can activate that mill ability 5 times. Versus aggro, okay, fair, you're going to distract some damage, but also get some mill in as well. Added bonus spells and abilities you control, your opponent's control can't cause their controller to such a library. Comes up from time to time. Really good versus something like Enigmatic Incarnation. But hey, still super solid. We've got some more on the sideboard for matches where you really want it. But yeah, versus mid-range and control, you just get to kind of sit there and activate a bunch of times if they don't have a way to deal with it. Versus aggro, you activate it once, it takes up some damage. Fair enough, fair enough. Our new friend, Jace the Perfected Mind. I've played it in a few different decks now, and we've been dredging with it as well. Actually, Ashiok also really good in Dredge, because you can actually target yourself to mill the 4 cards, but still exiles your opponent's graveyard. Kind of handy. Anyway, Jace the Perfected Mind, 2 and a blue. Very often going to cast it for 4 mana in this deck, which is not true for Dredge. +1 until the next turn, up to 1 target creature gets -3/-0. -2, target player mills 3 cards. Then if a graveyard has 20 more cards in it, you draw 3 cards. Otherwise, you may draw a card. And then -X, target player mills 3 times X cards. Cards are actually fairly versatile. You can play it on 5, tick up to kind of stop Jace dying or taking damage from a creature, turn a creature off, and then start activating the -2, or even then you're threatening, once you +1 it once, you're threatening to mill 18 cards. That -2 ability to get you some card draw, and especially once your opponent has a bunch of cards in the graveyard, get you a bunch of card draw. Can also be really useful, but it's often do I want to do this? Do I want to go just mill them for 15, which is what it does as a base. 4 mana mill 15, not too shabby, is often just going to end the game anyway, once you've played out your early stuff. And then the mana base, fairly straightforward. We've got 19 islands, which are fine now, but will become more important in a moment. In about a week. Ipni Rivulet, obviously 1 in a blue tap, target sacrifice a desert, target player mills 4 cards. It's sort of free, occasionally the life matters. And then Ottawara, obviously, super great interaction, is excellent. So these islands, there's a card from... Oh, we missed Whelming Wave. Whelming Wave also ties into this as well. So at the minute we're playing Whelming Wave, which is 2 blue, return all creatures to their owner's hands, except for Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, or Serpents. Reuse Secret Keeper. Excellent. Love that. But it is a sorcery. It is pretty fragile. What if we could do this at instant speed, and that way your opponent doesn't get to redeploy everything, and then all of a sudden you get to bounce everything, untap, do a bunch of stuff, and then your opponent has to play the creatures again, instead of this being a sorcery. So Whelming Wave is fine, and has some utility. However, in Shadows Over Innistrad Remastered, we're getting Engulf the Shore, which is 3 and a blue, instant. Return all creatures with toughness less than or equal to the number of islands you control to their owner's hands. Super, super powerful, and that ability at instant speed is amazing. It will be a huge boost to the deck as well. For the minute, we're playing Whelming Wave kind of as a hedge, because we kind of do have to have some game versus more aggressive stuff. It helps reset the board, which is handy, and yeah, that's Whelming Wave. So, into the sideboard, and then we'll hop into some ranked games. 3 copies of Witness Protection. Turn your opponent's creatures off, turn them back into 1/1s, no abilities, all that kinds of stuff. Aether Gust versus red and green. We've got the 2 extra copies of Ashiok, either versus graveyard decks, or decks that don't have attackers that aren't playing to the board to be able to attack your planeswalkers. Along that line, we also have 2 copies of Soul Guide Lantern versus things like Greasefang, just more ways to exile your opponent's graveyard. Obviously, if we're putting a bunch of cards in there, we need a way to get them out. And then some extra cards versus control decks. We've got 4 copies of Mystical Dispute, which, hey, spirits as well, hey. Oh, we'll get Spellcaller soon too. And then 2 copies of Narset Potter of Veils, find your important pieces, deny your opponent cards. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Overall, deck's pretty solid. Does have some weaknesses, like aggro can be rough. And maybe we'll see that. We're going to hop into some ranked games. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Again, I've talked about it already in the video, but Shadows Over Innistrad Remastered is coming next week. I've got a bunch of different decks planned. If you've got anything particular you want to see, let me know in the comments. But other than that, let's get into some ranked. Alright, getting into our first mill match. Pretty hype, pretty hype. Deck is super, super sweet, and it's nice it's getting some upgrades as well. They keep printing more and more good mill cards, honestly. And I'm here for it. Get to be on the play, solid. Okay, well, 5 lands isn't really what you want. The deck plays well off of 4, like, for the game. And then minimal interaction, like we're just going to run out of resources very quickly. We're going to mulligan this. This looks a little bit better. I have to think about how our hand plays out here. We kind of want all of these, but the Murfrog Secret Keeper is theoretically the weakest card here. However, it is, versus certain matchups, it becomes the best card. Versus aggro. Kind of like, What I actually think we want to do is put the Malign Cacophony on the bottom, which is weird, because in theory it mills, like, theoretically the most cards. It's that or Ashiok, right? I think I get rid of Cacophony for curve reasons. That way we keep our lands, and we're kind of, like, taking our turn 2 to play the Secret Keeper out. Then protect our Planeswalkers, which I think makes sense. Let's do that, let's do that. Opponent's also mulliganed. We're not going to conceal anything, we're just immediately going to be, hey, right, okay, cool. You mill 4. Give us some information as well. Looks like they're playing Reconstruction Elves. We've only seen Llanowar Elves so far, because it might not be, like, all in on Elves, and that... Zemiri is cool. Oh, now I'm all of a sudden less certain. It might be that they're just playing Angels, with some extra stuff going on. Reconstruction's a really versatile card, to be fair. We'll just play this out. That's fine. Ooh. Yeah, there are a couple of different possibilities. Bishop of Wings means just Angels. They're using the Llanowar Elves for acceleration, which makes sense. Reconstruction is an excellent card as well, if you're not familiar. I do have a Reconstruction Elves list on my channel if it's something that you're interested in. But, hey, enough of that. We're going to make the Ashiok. Gonna go ahead and activate. So, these cards don't necessarily play that well together. Obviously, we've got Ashiok with the minus to exile your opponent's graveyard. Jace, that -2 does want your opponent to have cards in their graveyard. However, we can start plussing it. I mean, what we're looking to do, probably, especially given their slow draw, is to plus it, and then immediately, potentially look to fire off a minus, like 6 or something like that. Depends how the game plays out. We have the Mercury as 1 block. They can push some damage through it, but they also have the Ashiok to contend with. I'll go ahead and activate the Ashiok first. The other thing to bear in mind is that we actually have a second Jace. So because we have the second one, I feel pretty happy going this turn, going make Jace plus, and then next turn looking to minus this Jace to 0, play the new Jace. However, we could just go -15, -15. That put them at 9 cards. Let's think about it. If we go mill 15, they go down to 24. And then, well, let's start one of the bishops. They might have to use the Elvish Mystic. We're not pressuring the life total, which is obviously something you have to worry about a little bit. The double wish for wings is obviously normally one of the best starts for angels. They're going to reconstruction here, which does have the elf. It means we're probably not taking damage. Oh, double Valkyrie is the way to do it, though. Oh no, that gets them in range of the pump. Okay, so they can get in for some damage here. They're going to split up the attackers, though. Well, the fact that we can keep both of them alive is pretty good, right? What does that do? This is on 4. This goes down. This is 12, 16. Using 20 cards? I feel like we want to keep the Jace alive. Get the huge mill. It's worth a bit more. I could suck up some damage. We're also threatening to just die this turn. Let's block here, let Ashiok die. Yeah, they managed to assemble quite a lot of damage, actually. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, the minute we're dead on board. Do I need to plus? 120, we need one more block here. No, this one needs to die. Alright. Mill 18, leaves them with 18. Oh, so close. Do we still die if we do that? No. We're basically forced to go plus on one of these creatures. May as well be one of the angels. They're not blocking those anyway. No attacks. Yeah, we're on a tough spot here. They had a slow start, but obviously the double Righteous Valkyrie solves all of that. Just gives them so much damage over the top. This is 9. Yeah, we take 19 currently. If they have an answer for the Very Secret Keeper, it's over. But then they have choices. We're like, oh, do they attack Jace? Do they give us more time? Hey, maybe we draw something good. So they're going to send attacks like this, which means we don't actually have to block anything. But, 17. Where would it got to? 5. Get 2 cards. Maybe we should just mine it. Nah, I think we need to plus, otherwise we die, right? Yeah. Can't save it. I'm gonna say no blocks now. Probably should have blocked one of the 5 just in case they had a company. If they hit the like 3rd Righteous Valkyrie, but alright. We do have theoretically live draws. This is not one of them. Alright. Let's scoop it up, go to game 2. A bit unfortunate. A bit unfortunate there. Yeah, the double Righteous Valkyrie is gonna do that. So Light Witness Protection, there's not a whole purpose for Ashiok here. It's a little bit slow. We have no reason to exile graveyards, the disputes. Versus like combo, you may be thinking about bringing these in versus on blue decks, but not here. The Aether Gusts do catch company, but we also have a couple of other things. Like we have the Jari Disruptions floating around, and we're not, I want to say not that bothered, but hey. Still fair. We've got one race reset the board, make 1 cut, which could be a disruption, but we're going to be on the play here. I might just get rid of Founding. I think that's the way to play this. Let's queue up with this. Alright. Yeah. I was like, this shouldn't be too bad, and I was like, oh yeah, double Valkyrie with the 2 bishops out means I gain like, yeah, to get the extra damage buff straight away. And all of a sudden in big trouble. We will play first. Ooh, a Ruin Crab start is big. Plus we have Founding with Mana Cacophony despite cutting one of them. So we will keep this. We're sort of low on lands, but we're planning on playing this Jewelry Disruption as a land. That's all fine. Alright, so currently the plan is to go like... Yeah. Alright. Founding. Play Cacophony off of it. We can't do the other one, unfortunately. We'll pass the turn. Then the next turn, the Milling 4, and the turn after that, we can Maddening Cacophony, and hey, if we draw Attached Hideous Laughter here, then we're actually popping off, but we'll deal with what we deal with. Do I have a way to use the land here? Not really, but the Disruption could count our company later on. We can play this out. We have our game plan basically here. We'll set this out on one. We'll Cacophony, do the same thing we did last time. No attacks. So yeah, we can't Disruption here, but we will Disruption once to get to 4 mana. Or we'll have access to it at least. Sort of want to draw a land this turn. Didn't, but that is unnecessarily the worst. We'll recast one of these. Yeah, the way this actually plays out, we're not going to Disruption here. But because we're playing a Disruption, we're going to play the Disruption, trigger the Ruin Crab, and that'll let us Maddening Cacophony from our hand and from our graveyard next turn. Which is big. They have basically something of a nut drawer. The nut drawer is this coming off a company with another angel, I guess. 7 puts us to 13. 5. This is going to trigger. I'm trying to work out if we need to block or not. If I'm going to 13, they get an angel. 4, 5, 6, 11. Doesn't make a difference. If we take 4, they're doing 4, 9, 15. Oh, well, they're basically dead, right? Cast the Cacophony. Don't have any cards left. Here they go. Woohoo! Alright, well. Game 3 it is. Do you want to change anything? I don't think so. I think the founding is the correct cut, even though it looks really, really good there. Maddening Cacophony is basically the only good... It's like the only good thing we can do off of it. When we're on the draw, do you want the Aether Gust as like an additional thing for like a company? There's nothing against the actual cards that matter, so I think we just leave it about. We rely on the Witness Protection, so let's queue this back up. Alright. Sorry, my voice is a bit hoarse. A Ruin Crab is straw with Witness Protection. With Cacophony on turn 2. We keep it. We keep it. They did Mulligan. They have an elf. Do we want to turn the elf off? I think we'd rather just Ruin Crab and use the Witness Protection on the right, the Virtuous Valkyrie or the Bishop. When we have space to do that. Well, that is fine. Fortunately, glad it can't be used to power out Reconstruction. I'm just gonna Cacophony for now. Alright. No attacks. Valkyrie. Okay. We'll block here. We'll play this out. We have gone draw land, which is rough. We have 2 things available to us now, so we can either turn off the Glider, which stops them playing Angels, or turn off the Elvish Mystic. The Elvish Mystic takes them further off of company. This is obviously killing us slowly and powers up all the Angels. I think I want to Witness Protection the Glider. What do we think? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is better long time. As the fourth land. Well, immediately they have the company anyway. Alright, double bishop isn't damaged by itself, fortunately enough. Bishoping was what they mill, I guess, as well. 1, 2 Valkyries. Wait. 1, 2, 3 Valkyries gone. We have a witness protection. We have a rivulet. If we're witness protecting, what are we witness protecting? A bishop. They're on 20 life already. If they kept this hand, it makes more sense they've got like company. Or recon. With recon especially, I think we want to do this. And then we have a choice if we do want to fire off the rivulet now. Rivulet now is a good time. The only thing it's bad, because we'll still have the access to 4 mana, which is the most we want for Jace. The only thing it's bad for is the kicker on Cacophony. I think we just do this now. Okay. Legitimate business people. Both of yous. There we go. 11. There are 27 cards. There. Jace is nice. We probably want a Jace to draw though. How close we did dead? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can also just play Jason plus on the Valkyrie. So 1, 2, 3 is the 24. I like the idea of just going Jace plus and making them make some hard decisions. Going up to 6 initially is so big. And if they attack this instead of us, it's just kind of pretty realistic. Okay, that's a bishop of wings. I'm gonna put everything at Jace. Maybe she just played it and ticked it off, or just played it in drawn cards. It hit second Jace here. It's not gonna do it. 11. Yeah, it's a 7. Alright, well. I'm gonna do some gambling. I'm gonna play Jace for the complete cost, and we're gonna mill 3, draw 3. Maybe we should have just done this last turn. This is actually huge. Probably not enough. Literally just the biggest thing. We're still just so dead. Yeah, it's not getting there. Alright. Some of that's play draw. If we'd actually just protection, the witness protection, the legitimate bidders person. Sorry, the Elvish Mystic first. Oh, they're attacking Jace. Well, they're presenting lethal at us, right? Surely. 5, 1, 5, 7. Yeah, cool. We are dead, unfortunately. Alright, let's hop into the next game. Close. Maybe you could have taken a different line, but it's hard to know for sure. Alright, see you next game. Alright, second match. Really close game versus Angels there. I think that what we've learned is that by that short sample size, you should always just like minus the Jace and drop it through the floor. Get the most cards out of it. But hey, we'll play. Double Jace is nice, but super matchup dependent. What companion is this? Yorian. Probably means fires. So like, we're likely to get a cast Jace, it's just not likely to live for very long. I think we should still mulligan. This looks much more solid. We'll keep this. I'm checking about Ashiok. It curves nicely. These cards all curve nicely, we just only have 2 lands. If we put one of them back. I think that's the best thing to do though. Like the rest of our hand plays really well. We've got 24 lands. Should be kind of fine. Maybe that's copium. Maybe that's copium. Opponent did mulligan as well. Alright, excuse me, my voice really is shot. Alright. We'll lead off with Founding. On 1. Make a Cacophony. Unfortunately, you can't play them off each other. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, so Enigmatic fires, as kind of suspected. Yes. Any particular quirks? We've got Gloomshriek here. Playing the version of Cavalier. Is most versions now, I guess. After the Proto. Didn't draw land, but did draw Madden Cacophony for our second Founding the Path. Is fair enough, I think. No attacks. Alright, well. That is fair. 47 cards left currently. Make that 45 cards. Alright, so we hit a land, but we're not gonna make Ash Shot this turn. We will Cacophony from our graveyard. The other upside versus Enigmatic Fires in particular is that we might just mill a bunch of their silver bullets. No attacks. Let's have a look and see what's in the graveyard. So one copy of Enigmatic. One copy of Enigmatic. You've got Nicol Bolas. This is spicy. 2 copies of Enigmatic. There is a one in play though. They don't have a Knight of Autumn, Deputy, Skyclave. These are all normally one-ofs is the thing. Eleshnorn's a one-of, Kenris probably a one-of, the Nicol Bolas is certainly a one-of, I think. Or the Golas is likely a one-of. So they sacrificed this, but they don't have tons of incredible things to get, I don't think. Trying to think what other 3s they might have. They could have a second copy of some of them. Okay, they're going for a Renegade Rallier. That is value. That does let them have an answer with the Trial Ambition. That'll get rid of the Hedge... not Hedgehog Crab. I am a boomer. Ruin Crab. That's fine. We still have some time here. We've got a couple of cards in our hand as well. Getting to Exile Graveyard is going to be super nice. You'll see, we'll see. Still on 20. And they have Enigmatics, so they can go get another 3-drop. In fact, they could... There. They're going to go get a 7. Yeah. Probably, maybe should have expected this. What 7s do we mill through? None. That's tough. Did you have a Talisman? Age of Treachery? Okay, this is rude. Whelming Wave. It's 15 cards less than the library. That's still not doing a lot of damage. But now, in theory... Oh, actually, no, because the mirror pool... The mirror thing's in the graveyard. That's not to say they can't do anything good, but... Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Bye-bye to our lands. This is looking so good as well. Nothing if not a fun matchup, though. The Agent can steal... Please steal the Founding, please. They don't have any. Probably a bit of reunion for the graveyard, I'd imagine. At this point. Maybe just annihilate his presence to draw a card if you like your hand. Oh no, no, we're burning this out. Alright. Okay. We don't have any good draws now. We're gonna draw step. There are 14. Like, our only out really is Hideous Laughter, but I'm pretty sure they can get another agent effect to steal another land, to be honest. Or another Omen. Cleric touches for... They have 14 cards left? Yeah, we don't have anything on deck that actually saves us. I'm gonna scoop this up. Yeah, if we had another land in play, Hideous Laughter might catch us the cards, but not this time. Okay, so Fable, other card draw effects. The Narsets do become kind of useful. The Mystical Disputes look like they could be. They catch Enigmatic Incarnation itself, which is pretty good. Anything else also catch Fable, but we only want a certain number of castles in our deck. We are going to cut these Founding the Third Pass out, just because we have more cards we want to hold up, especially on the draw. On the play we do, like post board we do value the drawing disruptions a bit more. We're going to have counter spells to hold up and then trap the opponent a bit. I'm not that worried about witness protection, and graveyard wise, like the Ashiok's not doing tons, but if we play it early, it's actually if we play it early, like they're not going to have good answers for it, and it stops them searching, which is super important. We want to bring those in. The Whelming Rays we set the board, but if we kind of get to that state, I think we're pretty screwed. I kind of want to cut these. I'm kind of clung to the 3 drops. Maybe we don't want the Narsets. 2 more cards. The Fading Hopes. The most like all their creatures are just ETB effects, and they're not being particularly aggressive. I think this is the best configuration for us. Okay, play looks decent. We have a Ring Crab, which is step 1, and we have some follow up for that. The mulligan, maybe 2. The mulligan twice. That's rough. Okay. Leyline of the Void. What are we up to here? Make a Rune Crab and pass. Alright. Maybe they just wanted Chambers to pot away, to be fair. That could be it. We're going to hold the Cacophony for now, because we can. We will Secret Keeper up, which gives us some protection versus Trial of Ambition as well, which we do value. Not immediately going to lose to the Sacrifice Creature effect. Probably an earliest presence of the Shocking Temple Garden at this point. Yeah, cool. Alright. Hideous Laughter. We might actually get to kick a Cacophony at this rate. But, hey. Alright, let's see. What do we... This is the downside. We didn't hit lands, we did hit 2 of their big 7s. And a Leyline Binding, which, hey. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was hyping up Hideous Laughter the entire time, but yeah. I think you gotta remember is that lands reduce the CMC, the average mana value, sorry. Convert mana cost is a dead term. Of your deck by a lot. I'm tempted to Fading Hope here, because we don't have anything else to do. I don't want to sacrifice the Rivulet, because we're actually pretty close to the 6 for Cacophony. I'll put this on the bottom. Huh, well that's not how that works, but it is how something works. Now we're in Trial of Ambition danger. They're stuck on 2 lands. I think we keep hold of the Cacophony. This is a little rough. Yeah, the other downside, of course, is that they're playing 80 cards. Which does make the game a little bit harder. This is kind of nice, though. They only have 14 cards in their graveyard. We're gonna... Do we... I think we just want to get cards off of it for now. We're only getting 1 this time, and next time if we get to do it... Oh, we've got the Fading Hope as well. Super, super handy. This turn it draws 3. And that just gives us that should give us all the kind of gas we need. Narset as well. I'm gonna activate this first. Alright, we hit a land. Now at 46. Let's kick Cacophony. Alright. I'm just down to 22, so this is currently like a mill 11. That's kind of fine. Ashiok's really nice here. We have double Cacophony. Exiling the graveyard is pretty good. It's down to 18 cards, now we need to exile 10 more. And a Narset minus. Reveal a second Ashiok. There you go. 17 is the number. Yeah, sure. Bouncing this prevents some other problems. I would value a scry here though. No searching. That's the cleric. And on the bottom. Yeah, they're gonna scoop it up. Alright, cool. Let's go to game 3. Have a think again, real quick. Do you want any of these? The Fading Hopes are super meh, as we kind of discussed. Bonus protections have some value, but at that point, like, you're potentially holding cards in your hand for like 6 turns. The Aether Gust, catch fires, other bits and pieces, but not really. Still happy with cutting the Foundings here. Yeah. The main things are like Ashiok, Mystical Dispute. I'm pretty happy keeping Mystical Disputes as extra counter spells. Just versus their entire game plan. And again, there's obviously great because it catches Foundation. Alright. Gotta keep this. 2-land hand on the draw, but super powerful hand. Again, I'm looking forward to Hideous Laughter into 3 cards again. It was a good 3 cards, to be fair. Obviously, no secrets here. We'll send this straight off. There's the Agent of Treachery in the bin. Love that. Alright. Oh, so we actually draw the go here. I'm basically playing around them having I'm basically saying, fable me. I wish you would fable me. But, yeah. Alright. I'm not going to kind of keep up the charade. We're going to play a Narset because it's got some awesome card draw. I'm going to go ahead and look to see if we can find a counter spell. They might have their own Mystical Disputes as well. Like, them disputing Narset is better than them disputing Jace, or one of, like... Yeah. So we got... Do we have the fires? Okay, no. Now we have the Fable. Alright. That makes me want to play Narset. Just to stop them looting cards away. They might... They have another Mystical Dispute. They have another dispute. Oh my gosh. Alright, but they've got 2 cards. They've only got 2 cards left now. We'll play the Secret Keeper out. We'll spare mana. That at least stifles the 2 damage. But it does mean that... So they really want to loot this turn, or they just... Their hand is really weak to Narset in general. Kenrith. Kenrith is one of the few things that can reanimate the Agent of Treachery. In the bin. Love that again. Excuse me. Secret Keeper chillin'. Okay. So they have Incarnation now. They can sacrifice that away and get a 4. What's the 4-drop going to be? Nickel Bolus. We're just not casting this, right? That's the problem. Again, 64 cards is so many. And despite earlier interactions, we're gonna tick up on the Nickel Bolus here. No. Looking at the Enigmatic, they're gonna attack me, which is interesting. I guess them 5 mana. What do they got for 5? Do they draw? Oh, they're gonna Enigmatic and then make a away. That gets them something. I'm trying to think of the 5s. Tolsmere. I can get a Yorion, get another card out of my hand. That's good. Oh, Cavalier. Okay. Yeah, fair. It's not looking great, team. It's not looking great. We're in 19. We got blockers for days. You know. That's more like it. And they've only got 50 cards left. I will say, again, this is a hard matchup kind of by nature. I haven't got to play the Outer Warrior. Let's have access to Mystical Dispute. Yeah, they actually Enigmatics away both their Enigmatics. Big brain. Kind of tough. 19. Is it blocking more than 4? Probably not is the answer. Going 4 down to 15. We'll do this. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Alright, I'll play one more match. You know, this is, we've taken games in both of these. The next super competitive. We got 80 cards is tough anyway. The real card to carry us out of that is, of course, the kicker mill spell. But hey, all right, GG, go next. Okay, third match. Looking for that win. Currently 0-2 on the back of losses to Green White Angels. So we got a little unfortunate, and then Yorian, where hey, our strategy is pretty good, but 80 cards can be tough to get through. We did take a game in both of those, but hey, still looking for that overall win. Well, match win. If we do, I will fast forward this. Okay, let's have a look. Well, actually, looks very solid. Opponent's mulliganed here. I've got Ruin Crab Foundings up to tons, but that's fine. We can actually hold this to play a bit later. There's no real pressure to play it early. We've got disruptions to hold up. Everything's gonna be alright. Opponent with the Azuria sleeves. Not really tell her anything. Normally it's a mono red opponent with the blue-white sleeves for the haha get you factor. Oh, that's some lovely Swamp Art. Alright, we'll lead off with the Ruin Crab. Hopefully it doesn't get fatal pushed, and yeah. If it does, alas. That's how it is. It does get fatal pushed. We did draw the Cacophony for the Founding, which is pretty solid. Turn 3 here, I'm not too worried about. Turn 4 is kind of a more crucial point. For mono black, I feel. Obviously got like Shield Red, Sorin, all that kind of stuff. Play this down on 1. Just Cacophony away. Interesting. Spawn of Mayhem. Looks like mono black aggro, actually. Oh, Obliterator being the other big thing at 4 now. I think about it. I would like you to mill 4 cards. Unless you could keep a pass here. We're going to leave Disruption open this time. Well, it's maybe Jace later. Really on 35 cards. I just want an answer to whatever 4 drop they play. That's basically that's the logic. The 4 should be a really important turn for them. And so having Disruption should be really good. And if they don't play anything, I'll cry. Currently in the tank. Alright, Murder Strider into combat. Comes in for 2. They're going to go to 22. Fenlurker. We're going to try and use our resources here. Again, we're going to play our lands again. We're going to hold up Disruption again, one more time. They were stuck on 3 lands. Maybe they weren't. Maybe they weren't stuck on 3 lands. They probably were. Alright, they didn't pump the arrow, which then, okay. Makes me feel good. That does not. Don't know how I feel about that. You get Ruin Crab, get a trigger here, and we can Jace Plus. Jace Plus plays into a bunch of like Planeswalker removal spells that can be playing in mono black. They have a bunch of cards that are good as well. I kind of like going Ruin Crab Disrupt. It does leave us with the Jace last card in our hand. But I do like this line. Okay, Murder Shredder hit's fine. Means they're not Murder Shredding the Jace. And we can still make a blocker to protect it. Okay, okay. Five mana now. We'll block the right in. If they want to pump this, they can. Though, to be fair, it's not very efficient. There is the Shield Dread. We've now seen. With a Whelming Wave as value. 22 cards left in library. This is doing 15 right now. If we reset the board this turn, then we're taking 2 next turn, playing this again. Does that get us there? 1, 2, it's 24, and then nearly. We'll start it off though. Alright, Military and Obliterator. We've been able to see a decent amount of what they're playing. They have Field of Ruins in here. The Spawn of Mayhems are a bit of a wild one. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm not that stupid, alright? Actually, to be clear, I'm not stupid. I just expected them to play the Shield Dread. What am I saying? That is all. Never punish though. We're going to drop the Jace to the floor and then finish them off with the Hypno Rivulet, ideally. Yeah, I didn't think they would just play the Fen Lurker instead of Shield Dread. I didn't consider it, and I should have done. But we top deck the Jace anyway. Smile, haha, lol. I don't know. Right. Mono black. There's a bunch of stuff we want to win this protection, I feel like. Oh, well, mostly just Shield Dread. Other than that, there's not a ton we want to mess around with. They're on the more aggressive side of mono black. Like these, they do have Phyrexian arenas, so like the Narsats would be like fine. Let's think about it. They have ways to attack Ashiok, but also they maybe have some cards they want to bring out from graveyard too. These Ruin Crabs do get worse. They not see many other creatures. Yeah, I think you just keep them. The Whelming Wave, despite saving us there, should not be very good. And with Thoughtseize, I think the Foundings want to go. But actually, we might replace a Founding with an Ashiok here. Or we keep a Whelming Wave in. Both of those things seem pretty decent. We're also on the draw, so the disruptions get worse. They're so awkward anyway, right? Alright, so this is how we're sideboarding for the draw. Don't. Yeah. He's back in. We're gonna board some of these things out on the play. Okay, maybe our opponent is just absolutely AFK. Alright, Hive of the Hive Tyrant. Sleeper. Did you keep in all your data pushes? These swarms are beautiful. I took go for the throat, so I guess so. You don't have a turn 2 play. I don't necessarily want to start drawing cards off of this, but there are other things we want to witness protection. Which is rough. It also helps to pave the way for our other things. I think using this now just to make sure that we can like have an Ashiok sit around for a little bit is actually pretty decent. Well, similar, and same with Jace, but Jace comes down the turn after. Still gonna be worried about like Murder, Strider, and friends. Aetherborn, fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and run this out. We sit down to 4, so run into danger of being able to put down to 1 here, but if they're attacking Ashiok for part damage, that is fine by me. Alright. Oh, Thoughtseize is good. Thoughtseize takes Jace, I imagine. Which is kind of the card that killed him last game. Yeah. Now they maybe just don't attack Ashiok, but that's kind of fine. They're not putting tons of pressure on us at the moment anyway. Creature-wise. They're going to attack us. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep hold of this witness protection. I don't want to play it out. They also don't know about it yet. It makes them have to like play around some stuff, maybe. 5 lands. Oh, they're activating Hive? Are activating Hive. Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Crab. Okay. We're at 9, still in tons of danger.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's will.
37. I think this is the way to play this, but obviously it just depends on what opponent has. If their hand is full of like Murderous Rider style, that's the way. I mean, probably pretty doomed. If we can't go like minus 15 when they're at this much, and if they want to like mess around hiving at us instead of attacking our life total, that's fine. I'm gonna send everything at Jace, which doesn't do enough to kill it. Kind of a good deal. Plan on getting the full value of our Ashiok. Plus here. Mill 3 a shoulder there. Got Liliana's thing around as well. This doesn't know about the witness protection, importantly. We can switch the Ashocks around this turn. And that's a case of like, okay, they can attack the Jace and kill it with a Hive actually. But they're opting not to do that. At this point we just exile the witness protection. They could play another one, but what's doing is taking the Ashiok away. It's actually a really important situation. If they just animated the Hive to attack Jace, would be in a lot more trouble, I feel like. They have some decisions to make. 27 currently is the number. Right, they did leave all the Fatal Pushes in as well. Maybe we do want to, if they're boarded in all their creature removal, we maybe just want to board out all the non-Secret Keeper creatures. Inspire the upside. $23 cards. Mill 4, mill 3. We're 9.
Fear, terror, and horror are the ingredient I need.
19 cards. 1, 2, 3, draw. Having the Planeswalker is just another threat is actually so good though. You just because we're at 9, we just need them to attack them. A bit tough. Also fine. And then, like, if they don't attack the Jace, we get to go minus, make them mill 9. So now 18 cards. That almost gets us there. We need to draw, like, one more spell. Alright, this time they have animated the hive. Is it coming at us or is it coming at a Planeswalker? That's the question. They're gonna attack Jace. Jace is gonna die. Okay. They're gonna attack Ashiok, but, like, not with a lot of stuff. Okay.
Vigorous swine! None of this calculates.
15, this has the minus.
I spot you.
We've got no cards at hand now. We're sacrificing the Rivulet and then hoping to drop deck any of our mill cards. Rivulet number 2 does get us there. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not doing the math, am I? Ring Crab in play does give us more outs. Yeah, it gives us any Ottawa is not an out. Oh my gosh, they're gonna have 3 cards. Can we live? Not on 1. Alright, game 3, last chance. Come on. Alright. Alright, nice. I'm still bewildered they left all their fatal pushes in. Honestly, I cannot believe it. So this is where we are. I think that's fine. Yeah. Maybe the foundings are secretly just like amazing. Well, not that secretly amazing. You cast wave as well. I didn't respect them at first because because they have Thought Seizers and can just take the cards out of our hand. It makes founding so much worse because we've got not that many targets anyway. But maybe they're okay here. The Secret Keepers are going to resolve all the removal, but it's like kind of free. I'm having to cut 3 cards. Not that does such a good job at finding these, but they're playing to the board. Maybe it's the Whelming Waves that need to go away. Also, just like, they have Sheldred and Obliterator. We have Fading Hopes. I want to have Witness Protections in the deck. Maybe something like this. Alright. We ball. I want to be clear. I'm not complaining about getting unlucky. I'm just trying to defend the deck a little bit. So we're on the same page. Alright. Let's play. Looks solid. We do have a curve. But all the best laid plans laid bare by Thoughtseize. That's not playing in the bin. Alright. Here it comes. Oh, I got Duress, okay. Like, maybe the Ashcock's what I want to take. I'm gonna take the Jace. That makes sense. We'll go ahead and copy now. Being on the play, we're going to be ahead on the board a little bit. The Ashcock's definitely going to add to it a couple of times, like you may also get it out with. Even here where they have the Aetherborn. I'm gonna make it a little bit awkward for them. Also, it's notable that last game we bought so much time with the Planeswalkers. Got him. Alright. Shadow, fair enough. I'm gonna attack Ashiok. This ensures we soak a little bit more damage. 30 cards. We're getting pretty close to this being like fair enough to just cast anyway. We're still a land away. Most importantly, I don't want to get Thoughtseize till Liana out of the game. So we just mill through a bunch of Thoughtseizes. Alright. Add to the castle. Go on. You won't. Threatening to leave Ashiok alive is wild. I will gladly trade the Secret Keeper in for extra Millful. Alright, I'm gonna send both of them for it. Fair enough. We're gonna leave the Secret Keeper back.
This has been a nightmare.
Arena. Okay. Arena is score 1 for Narset. Alright, now I need to not top deck a bunch of lands. Sorry, the meme is always like Phyrexia Arena is gonna kill you, but now it can maybe kill you both ways. Woo. Alright. Let's Duress. And then I'll block the Misery Shadow, because if they wanna forcing them to use mana to kill this holds off like Shieldred, etc., then all in for that. Maybe I'm just valuing that too high. But they have shown Shieldred, they have shown Obliterator, like there are dangerous 4-drops for us to consider. We're on 18. Oh, they saw the extra land. Surely they won't expect land number 7. 17 cards left. Alright, come on. Now's the time. And it's not activating Castle soon. This is the other thing that's underrated about Misery Shadows. You can just go like, alright, I'm just gonna pump this a bunch to kill you. Yes, we're at 8 here. Which is a lot. That is death. We'll see if they respect the Ashiok at all.
Nightmare. This is my masterpiece.
They don't know the land. They don't know we have a land in hand. Don't pump it. Don't pump it, please. Yeah. Alright. Well, we one-two'd every match. Read into that what you will. Deck is sweet. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like on it, and if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. I have a bunch of stuff coming out with Shadows Over Innistrad Remastered, and then also up to the lead up to that, the next few decks I'm planning on doing Celestia Auras, kind of the new updated version of that after the Pro Tour. And then Vanifar combo with Tyvar. I know I've kind of been like doing the circuit of Tyvar decks. Vanifar combo is the last one of those I want to cover before Shadows. And then when Shadow comes out, like Hammer, Spirits, Zombies, Dredge. There's a ton of stuff. Just a ton. Bedlam Red, Delirium with Emrakul. There's going to be so much stuff. I'm so excited. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a great day.